Hi, welcome to Open Door Yoga. My name is Michelle. Thanks for joining me today. This class is geared towards energetic benefits. And so if you're having a day where mentally you're just feeling a little sluggish, a little slow, a little foggy, this practice is great for you. It's great for first thing in the morning, or maybe even later morning, early afternoon, if you need a little bit of an energetic pick-me-up. In terms of props, you shouldn't need too many. We will be spending a little bit of time seated at the end, and so if you're feeling a little stiff or not very flexible in your low back today, no worries. Make sure you just have any type of household blanket or towel. Maybe consider grabbing a stack of blankets or towels if it's going to suit your body best today. And you may also want to have a low support surface. We won't be coming into any single leg balancing postures, but we will be coming into pyramid pose where we're hinged at our hips. And so if you want to have something stable to root your hands into, you're welcome to grab something. I have yoga blocks, but you could also position your mat in front of a sturdy piece of furniture, like the seat of a kitchen chair or maybe even a low coffee table. So we're going to get started today in standing. So if you're seated here like me, let's get on up and face the front of your mat. Start in a foot position that's comfortable for you. So if you're ready, you can bring your toe mounds to touch, V-out your heels just an inch or two. Or if that's just feeling too much, if you're doing this first thing in the morning, maybe keep a similar foot position, but bring your feet underneath your hip points. Consider having a slight tuck just to get your tailbone pointed down towards the ground. We're still going to have our natural lumbar curve at the bottom of our spine. Begin to bring awareness to your breath. Feel your entire rib cage, all the way down into your lower ribs, upper belly expand on your inhales. And on your exhales, allow your shoulders to slowly relax down away from your ears. Fingertips begin to sink down towards the earth. Feel your weight centered over the arches of your feet, grounding down evenly through big toe edge, pinky toe edge of your feet, center of your heels. On your next inhale, arms sweep up and overhead, extended mountain. Exhale, forward fold, generous bend in your knees, especially on this first fold. You could even create a tabletop with your thighs to support your chest. And that's just going to allow you to feel more of a release in your low back and also release any tension in your neck. You could even turn your head from side to side, shaking your head no, maybe nodding yes. You could take a bind here, maybe sway from side to side into a ragdoll posture. One more full breath exchange. Inhale, rise to half lift. So press your thighs back, slight lift in your sitting bones, crown of your head reaches forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale one more time, rise to half lift. Shoulder blades begin to slide down your back body, almost like they're reaching towards your hips. Exhale, slight bend in your knees. And on your next inhale, press into your feet with a tall spine, rise on up. Arms sweep up and overhead, extended mountain. Exhale, bend into your elbows, cactus your arms out. Gaze can lift. Inhale, rise back to extended mountain. Gaze comes back neutral. Take a few breath exchanges here. Exhales into this cactus. Feel a nice opening between your collarbones. And inhale, come back to extended mountain. Really energetically squeeze your hands together like you're holding something overhead, like a big beach ball. One more time to cactus those arms. One more time to come back to extended mountain. Exhale, release those arms down by your side, mountain pose. We're going to try to trap this heat and this energy that we're building today. So the best you can, we're going to try to zip those fingers together and keep them like that to trap any heat and energy that we're cultivating in our body. Inhale, sweep your arms up and overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise to half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to half lift. Exhale, slight bend in your knees, and with a tall spine, inhale, press into your feet, rise up to extended mountain. Exhale, mountain pose. Inhale, bring those arms back up and overhead. Exhale, grab your left wrist with your right index and thumb, or index finger and thumb. Begin to fold to the right. Notice how this posture feels in your body. And if you'd like, consider crossing your left ankle over your right. Really imagine reaching your right arm up and over. A couple more breaths here. Inhale, rise back up to extended mountain, uncross those legs. Exhale, take it to the other side. So fold to the left. You can take this option to cross your right ankle over your left or not. Notice your right rib cage expanding, filling up with that fresh new breath on your inhales. Feel that expansion through your right side body. On your next inhale, rise. Exhale, release your hands down by your side. Bring your arms behind you, palms to touch, interlock your fingers. Begin to send your knuckles down towards the ground. Consider rolling your shoulders back if that feels okay in your body, opening up your heart space a little bit. Full breath in here. Crown reaches, or your crown, top of your head, reaches up towards the sky. Exhale, send your gaze past your left shoulder. We'll pause here for a couple breaths. You can play with adjusting the position of your chin, so sliding it a little closer towards your shoulder, or maybe lifting it up a little bit higher. Feel the position that just feels best in your body. On your next inhale, come back to center. Exhale, send that gaze over to the right. And again, take some time for you. Take some time to find adjustments and let this posture really settle into your body. Inhale, unwind. Exhale, release those arms. Come back to mountain pose. Inhale, sweep your arms up and overhead. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to half lift. Exhale, fold at your hips. Inhale, rise to half lift. Exhale, slight bend in your knees. Begin to reach your sitting bones down towards your ankles. Inhale, sweep your arms up and overhead, chair pose. While we're still grounding down through all four corners of our feet, notice that your weight has shifted back. So we're holding our weight in our heels so you can peek down and see your big toes. Again, acknowledge the natural sway in your low back, but if we're really swaying, maybe consider a slight tuck in your tailbone just to help get back to the natural curvature of your spine. On your next inhale, rise on up. Exhale, release your hands down. Inhale, sweep your arms up to extended mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise to half lift. Shoulder blades are really reaching back towards those hips. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to half lift. Exhale, slight bend in your knees. Begin to send those sitting bones down towards your ankles. Inhale, make your way to chair pose. We're hugging our thighs towards the midline. It's going to help us find a lot of strength in our low body, allowing our upper body to be light. It's also going to help us square our hips so our hip points are both pointed forwards. One more full breath exchange here. On your next inhale, rise on up, extended mountain. Exhale, mountain pose. From here, from mountain pose, begin to shift your weight into your right foot. Inhale, lift your left heel or maybe your whole foot off of the mat. Come into this balancing posture with your thigh parallel with the earth. Or pause in this position for a moment, building a little bit of heat in our core, finding a nice tall spine. Full breath in. Exhale, slight bend in your right knee as you slowly step your left foot back into a high lunge. Take a moment to get settled. Stack your right knee over your right ankle. Tailbone's reaching towards your right ankle, your right heel. Sweep those arms up and overhead. Anjaneyasana, Crescent Lunge. Hug those thighs to midline. It's going to help you keep your balance. Lift up off of your waist so that you can feel lightness through your arms. Exhale, shift your weight forward. Inhale, step or drag your left foot to meet your right, extended mountain. Exhale, release into mountain pose. Take a moment. Come back to that breath. It's easy to start to lose that connection with our breath when we get moving. Take a moment to bring it back. Inhale, sweep your arms up and overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise to half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to half lift. Exhale, slight bend in your knees. Inhale with a tall spine, rise up to extended mountain. Exhale, mountain pose. Begin to shift your weight into your left foot. Lift your right heel, or maybe your entire foot, if you feel like challenging your balance a little bit. Find a gazing point or a drishti to help support, give you a little bit more stability. One more full breath in. Exhale, slight bend in your left knee as you slowly step your right foot back to our crescent lunge. And stack that left knee over your left ankle. Reach your tailbone down towards your left heel. Arms come up and overhead. Find your right heel stacked over your right toe mound. Imagine there's a string on the back of your hamstring and somebody's trying to lift it up towards the sky. Find a nice lifting sensation. On your next exhale, shift your weight forward. Inhale, step or drag that right foot in. Extended mountain. Exhale, mountain pose. Take a moment here. Notice any sensations that you're feeling in your body, whether it's energetic sensations. Maybe you're feeling your muscles start to wake up a little bit. Inhale, sweep your arms up and overhead, extended mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise to half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise to half lift. Exhale, slight bend in your knees. Inhale with a tall spine, press into your feet. Rise to extended mountain. Exhale, Tadasana, mountain pose. Shift your weight back into your right foot. Inhale, find your balancing posture. Balancing posture of your choice. So if your heel is lifted and your toes are on the ground, totally fine. One more full breath in. And exhale, we're going to step back, but this time we're going to step back to just behind our left hip point with our toes turned out about 45 degrees. So warrior one feet. Take a moment to get settled. Stack your right knee over your right ankle. Arm sweep up and overhead, warrior one. Find your weight balanced. So we're grounding down evenly through our right toe mound, pinky edge of our left foot. Back leg is strong and straight. Square those hips. So sometimes that means pulling our right hip crease back slightly. One more full breath in. Exhale to release that breath completely. Inhale, begin to straighten through that right leg. And exhale, hinge at your hips. Come to a flat back. So you may be able to reach your forearms, or your fingertips rather, all the way down to the mat. You might be bringing your hands towards your shins, maybe even your thighs, or this could be a great opportunity for your support surface. Something that you can really ground into to allow you to reach your heart space forward, while also reaching both of your sitting bones back. Shoulder blades flat on our back body, nice long neck. You should feel the sensation of the stretch in the belly of your muscle, that hamstring muscle. One more full breath in. If you have your blocks, shift them off to the side. And exhale, begin to shift your weight forward, bend into that right knee. Step or drag your left foot back up, mountain pose. We'll take that to the other side. Begin to shift your weight into your left foot. Inhale, lift your right heel or your right foot. And let's practice a little bit of balance. One more breath in. Really press down through the sole of your left foot. Reach the crown of your head up. And exhale, step back to warrior one feet. Take a moment to get settled. No rush here. Stack your left knee over your left ankle. You can have your hands on your hips and actually use your fingers to help guide your hip points forward. Arms are light up and overhead. Virabhadrasana 1, warrior 1. Build a little bit of heat. Invite a little bit of heat into your body. Then on your next inhale, straighten through your left leg. And exhale, hinge at your hips. Bringing your hands to whatever surface you like. If fingertips are down on the mat, or if your palms come to a support surface, maybe they're higher up here on your thigh. If you notice that your hips are starting to open up to the right, mindfully just pull that left thigh bone back towards your hip socket. Bring your awareness to that back leg. We're still grounding through the pinky edge of that right foot. It's like you're trying to rip your mat in two, pressing through that left toe mound while simultaneously pressing back through the pinky edge of your right foot. One more full breath in. Send that prop out of the way. Exhale, shift your weight forward. Step it on up to mountain pose. Take 3 full breath exchanges here. Maybe coming back to your breath. Maybe just taking a moment to notice any changes that you're feeling now as compared to the beginning of class. Then we'll make our way into seated. So come down onto the mat, comfortable seat facing the front short edge of your mat. And from here, if you have your stack of towels available, bring them under your hip points. We're going to extend our right leg long. Left knee is bent, sole of the left foot is about in line with the inner lining of your right thigh. Full breath in here. Our heart is kind of shining past our right big toe. And exhale, forward fold. So fold at those hips, and this fold is going to look different for everybody. So you might be able to fold pretty deeply here, or maybe your hands are back up here by your thighs. Or maybe even your fingertips are behind your body, pressing into the earth, and you're just working on getting a tall spine, opening up through your heart. Wherever you are, imagine instead of reaching our nose down towards our knee, that we're reaching our heart space towards our big toe. Take a few more breaths here. On your inhales, allow yourself to find length in your spine. So ground down through your sitting bones, reach the crown of your head up and away from your body. And maybe exhale, you fold a little bit deeper. Maybe not. One more full breath exchange here. Exhale, if you folded, find some engagement in your core. And inhale with a tall spine, rise on up. From here, we're going to cross our left foot over our right. Hug your left knee into your chest. You're going to feel maybe a little bit of sensation here in your outer hip. Exhale, plant the left foot down. Keep it on the right side of your right leg. Inhale, tall spine. Exhale, twist to the left. So you can keep your right hand supporting your knee. We want our twist to come from our core, but if you're feeling really open today, you could consider bringing your right elbow to hook on the outside of your right thigh. If that doesn't feel good in your body, no worries. Shoulders are relaxed down away from our ears. But shoulders are still stacked over our hips. Inhale, unwind. And we're going to find a seated figure 4. So keep this left leg crossed, but bring your ankle to rest on the bottom of your right thigh. Find a little bit of flexion here. So we're reaching the top of our foot towards our shin. That's going to protect our knee and also keep the stretch in our outer hip. From this position, reach your hands behind you to find a little bit of support. And then bend into your right knee. You could drag your right heel. until you find a comfortable seated position. You might have your right foot pretty far away from your body if you're feeling a lot of sensation. If you're looking for more sensation, just draw that heel a little bit closer towards your sitting bones. Send your breath to the points in your body where you're feeling the sensation the most. One more full breath exchange here. Then we'll release, slowly come out of this posture. So if you've brought your heel in pretty close to your sitting bones, really straighten through that leg first. So you can gently uncross that left leg. Send both legs out long. And then we'll slowly make our way into this single leg posture that we started with, but on the other side. So left leg is extended. Sole of our right foot is up against the inner lining of our left thigh. Begin to find your heart space shining past your big toe. Full breath in here. Exhale, if it's available, hinge at your hips. If it's not available, hands are coming behind and we're just pressing into our fingertips. Sometimes as we age, or if we just spend a lot of time seated, our low back can get really tight, really stiff. And sitting upright, even in a chair or on the ground, can be uncomfortable. So honor where your body's at. Meet yourself there. Yoga is a practice. Allow yourself to practice. Take a couple breath exchanges here. If you are folded, we're reaching that heart towards our big toe. A slight bend in the knee is okay. Full inhale. Exhale that breath completely. Engage your core if you folded. And then inhale with a nice flat back, rise on up. And find your way to your comfortable seat with your right leg crossed over your left. Begin to hug your right knee in towards your chest. Keep those shoulders relaxed away from your ears. And then we'll plant that right foot down. Full breath in. Create space between the vertebra of your spine. So on your exhale, you've got room to twist. Our twist comes from our core. So bring that engagement back to your abdominal muscles. If you've lost that engagement, it's okay. Just bring it back. Two more full breaths here. On your next inhale, unwind. We're going to make our way into the seated figure 4 option that feels best in your body. Wherever you're going, we are all flexing into our right ankle. So draw the top of your right foot towards your shin. Bring your hands behind you. And then slowly make your way up. Find the position that feels most comfortable. And we'll be here for a few breaths. So sometimes we settle into postures and you might begin to lose a little bit of sensation. And if that's the case, make some adjustments. Keep that sensation by adjusting your foot position to either increase or decrease the intensity of the stretch. One more full breath exchange here. And slowly extend that left leg long. Uncross your right foot. We're going to come to a comfortable seat. You can face the long edge, short edge of your mat, whatever feels most comfortable for you. And cross our legs at our shins. Allow our legs to hang heavy. Stack our shoulders over ears, or shoulders over our hips, then our ears over our shoulders. So we can relax through the tops of our shoulders, creating a little bit more space between the tops of those shoulders and our ears. Inhale, sweep your arms up and overhead, palms to touch. Exhale, draw your hands down to heart center. Thanks for sharing this practice with me today. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Namaste.